Download the BCSN Plus app today. Visit bcsnnation.com for details.
Anthony Wayne baseball, back in its second Final Four in 3 years. The Generals are led by Donley. I sat down with the head coach to talk about what has been an absolutely insane playoff run, what the team learns from losing at this point in 2023, and much more. Just an unreal week for you guys. You're sitting at the dinner table, recalling the walk-off hit in the bottom of the 11th by Mason Jirwa. How do you explain it?
I don't know how you explain it. I really don't. It's kind of the mold of our team, though, right? Like it's one of them things where unless you're close, and we talk to our kids about keeping our circle small, so not a lot of people see it. They just say, oh, it's a crazy game, it's a walk of it. But as weird as it sounds, there wasn't ever panic. It was just like it's a matter of time, and this group's built different.
You guys are 5-1 in games decided by one run this season. Last year, that record was 2-1. What does the ability for you guys to stay in these tight games, be nearly perfect in these tight games, say about your team heading into the state Final Four?
Yeah, it's a good question. So what I did at the beginning of the year was, in the staff meeting and the coaches agreed, we made it as hard as we could on our kids. And I thought that our team would be very good at winning the easy games, winning 8-0, 10-0. We knew we had talented players. We knew we had a good deep pitching staff. I didn't know if we were tough enough to win 3-2. We try to put our kids in position to have to play in those types of big moments, so that way when it matters, it's not overly huge. It's not exaggerated, and they're used to it and they're comfortable there.
Walsh Jesuit, that's your state semifinal matchup, as you mentioned. Sean Sullivan, top-ranked pitcher, fastball goes up to 96 miles per hour. How do you prepare your guys for that level of pitching?
You don't. You don't, because they have to see it, right? The speed of the game is something that's going to happen. But we've got good guys too. There's no question that Sean Sullivan's the real deal. He's a great pitcher. I've watched plenty of film on him for not only this year, years past. His reputation precedes himself. But I think that we have a really good game plan against him. I think that whether we execute or not is yet to be determined. But we have a game plan that we think that will work, and we're excited. We trust our guys. And we'll do some things this week to prep them for that and trying to execute. But at the end of the day, it's going to be who throws strikes, who makes routine plays, and who puts the ball in play. And I believe we have a group of guys that can do those things.
The theme is redemption. You guys know what it's like to not only make it to a state Final Four, but lose in the state Final Four. You guys lost in 2023. What changes will there be in your approach to the state Final Four this year compared to 2023?
There's some preparation things that we're doing a little bit differently. I think that then it was such a thrill. Myself and my staff being relatively new. I think we learned a lot about our preparation. I think that we're not just satisfied making it to the Final Four. We know the work's not done. We're grateful for the opportunity. We're humbled by the opportunity. We know that not everybody gets to this point, but in our mind, we set a goal at the beginning of the year, and the Final Four wasn't the goal. It was more than that.
How do you grade your team's playoff run so far in regards to whether or not it has reached its full potential?
We haven't, but the run has felt a little bit surreal to this point just because it feels like we're all spread out. Clay and St. John's and those guys were on the other side of the bracket. We had a bye to the district final. Then all of a sudden we're playing 3 hours away in Xenia. So it's felt a little bit weird. I missed the local competition that we are used to in the tournament. I do miss that, but I don't miss the feeling of being in the Final Four, I can tell you that much.
You guys have won the district, the conference, here you are winning the regional. But for you guys to finally get over the hump and win a state title, what is it going to take?
Belief. It's going to take the culture that we've instilled in our kids, and then making the routine plays. Not anybody has to do anything more than what they're capable of. We don't need somebody to go 4 for 4 with a home run and this and that. And I don't need Owen to go out and have 11, 12, 13 strikeouts. It's a matter of playing team baseball, picking up the guy behind you and loving each other, doing the things the right way, playing the game the right way, which is what we've tried to preach and what our kids have bought into. I don't think it's a matter of talent. I think the talent's there. I don't think it's a matter of will. The will is there. It's a matter of execution. And if we go out and just play our game of baseball, I think that we will be in the conversation for a state title. I think that we should win it. Whoever's holding that trophy in Canal Park on Saturday night will have definitely earned it. And I think all 4 teams left are capable.
Anthony Wayne, Walsh Jesuit, a trip to the D2 state title game on the line, and it all goes down Friday at 1. Now, due to broadcast restrictions, BCSN cannot broadcast the game live on the BCSN Plus app. However, it will be available on demand on the app minutes after the game ends.
Tournament Time on BCSN is brought to you by Med1 Care Therapy Partners, #1 in quality service and quality care.